20's presents Trauma Team Chronicles. Starring Prince as rocker boy Andre, big sexy guy. Ivy as solo Maverick Cortez. Liz as nomad Hiroto hero James. Theta as medtech Nara Juan. Juice as Redacted. And I am Mikey Mike, your benevolent referee. Trauma Team is an elite force of paramedical techs. Those in Night City who can afford the eddies depend on them to get out of any situation. The members of Trauma Team abide by their slogan: stabilize, protect, extract. Shift breaks over.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Rolling Deez 20's presents Trauma Team Chronicles, a Cyberpunk Red adventure. It's been a minute. Haven't seen you guys since last year. How you doing?
Happy New Year or whatever.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's a little late. It's a little late for
Listen.
Happy New Year.
It has not been a whole 2 weeks yet.
Yeah, and it's already a mess.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The 20s in any century, man.
That's it. But yeah, speaking of hot mess, let's jump into our game. But first, let's do some intros, and we'll start with Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Nipples and Dice around the internet. I am playing your friendly, not so friendly neighborhood rocker boy, Andre, big sexy guy. It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time.
And Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I am playing Maverick Cortez the solo, who is actually doing kind of okay for once. That's where we're at.
Juice.
I am Juice, no pronouns, just Juice, and I'll be playing Redacted, our netrunner, who uses they, them pronouns.
And Liz.
We playing our nomad pilot, Hiroto James, just goes by Hero. Oh snap, what did I do?
You're good now.
We both use she, her pronouns, and Ivy uses they, them.
And I'm the referee, and I'm Mikey Mike. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be playing everybody and everything else. Boom. It's been a minute, but Liz, are you ready for this recap?
I
Hope you got good notes, Playboy.
To be fair, I'm never ready, but I'll go.
I'll fill in what you don't have.
Last we left off, we had gone to our meeting with Mr. Kelly, the four-armed guy who is holding Hero's parents as thralls, and Hero, at the very last second, literally as she is about to jump into the seat to have some memory erase and stuff going on, backs out because she feels Mr. Kelly fucked with the terms. Maverick, Nara were with her and are following her lead for some odd reason. And
We're here now.
it led to a bit of a throwdown. At that same time, Dre, big sexy, had swallowed his pride, swallowed a big helping of Crow, and asked his sister for help to get his friends out of a tight spot. They come through to some extent, definitely throw in cannon fodder into the fire, and a battle ensues. Some of the cannon fodder gets killed. The group does make it out more or less in one piece. Some people are limping, some people are having a hard time breathing, but everybody is still alive, which is important. The group then hops into Andrea, Big's sister's car. Argument goes on. She basically kicks us out the middle of the road. Dre basically says, I can't stand any of y'all right now, and takes off to his house. The rest of the crew needs a place to lie low, and they go out to the desert to hang out with Hero's family, the nomads, who are having a whole helping of issues all their own. While all of this is going on, if I remember correctly, Redacted is still healing up from their freaking grievous injuries like 3 days before.
So
where they
many.
were set on fire and their cyberware exploded.
And their brain got fried.
Their brain got fried. I believe she also.
It's only been like 2 days since that party.
Yeah, it's been a mess. I believe she also went to talk to another media looking for info, looking for.
I believe you talked to your cousins about any info on Kelly, but I might be wrong.
Look, you were. I don't remember what Redacted was looking for. Dang, I was doing good. Anyway, we eventually grab Redacted and they fly out to the desert with us. They are working on something where they very much need computers, but they're also our tech, so that totally makes sense. We get out there. Hero sees some of her people, has a beer. It's probably the first time most of the group has seen Hero smile. And we all kind of scattered to the four winds at that point. And I think that was basically it. Well, nope. At the very end, we switch back to Dre, who is in his apartment, angry, listening to music. His sister knocks on the door after talking. They both talk to their mom.
Mom was
and
like,
they
I'm kind of
have a
done about your
moment-
shit.
They have a moment to just kind of sit and be siblings, even if they don't always get along. And that was basically where we ended.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That sounds about right. I feel bad. I wrote here contact. I didn't write down good notes for what Redacted was trying to do, so that's my bad. Do you recall exactly?
I think this was partly. I think this was at the beginning of the episode. I honestly don't remember what I was talking to them about. I think it was more so just to get more media training so that I can like shadow them and be more capable in that regard, like an RP thing. I met them outside of
the party,
the bar when we were hosting the party for Kiki, and then I got picked up by Dre's sister and basically escorted to join the fight with Mr. Kelly with y'all. And then I did like the super sexy like climb on top of one of the like the helpers and tried to like wink and do some sexy shit with my camera, and ended up rolling the equivalent of like a nat 1, so it ended up not finishing very sexy, but was using my camera as basically like a flashlight to help y'all be able to see what was going on in there.
I remember you were looking up some stuff with the coordinates that didn't end up turning up a lot, which is why you were mad at looking at the coordinates that were all in that thing that in the maple syrup cave. But I don't know if that's what you were looking up for last episode.
I have no idea what you're talking
about.
Well, the cave in the desert that belonged to JR,
where you got fried,
French Canadian.
I was basically looking up like why this was happening, what was going on.
Redacted was trying to free the people.
Oh no!
Oh,
free the people.
Hello.
Yeah, you just froze there for a second.
Oh, okay.
It was
I
on Mike
didn't-
then.
Yeah, you did. You said Redacto was trying to free the people. You had the little hand motion, and then it just stopped right there.
Oh, I think it did again.
Oh,
Oops, Zoom did it.
And then I like got real smart with Dre's sister before exiting the car and went to the desert with everyone and ended the episode staring up at the stars with Maverick.
yep. We're still crashing at your cousin's place. So
And clarified for Maverick because Maverick wasn't sure if I had actually asked him out on a date and said yes.
like I said, things are actually going okay.
For Dre's end of things. For Dre's end of things right now, Dre he's civil with his sister, but that does not mean that this is not a problem having to work for his sister. Like, that's a
100%.
whole problem.
That's the whole thing. There's a reason Maverick was like, you care enough for that? What the fuck? Like, you
Yeah, I
don't
think
sell
we were
out,
all-
man.
We were all trying to get Dre, like trying to convince Dre to join us and come to the desert together so that we could all be together and have each other's backs in case Mr. Kelly came looking for us. And Dre insisted on
Going solo.
going back. Yeah.
Wasn't really about y'all.
Yeah.
This is a horror.
It seems
It's
so.
not working over
So
here.
you're a storyteller. We can hear you. But
I can hear you.
I know I've got like this router thing, but it's like how do you say, shitting the bed.
Yeah. Because you're moving, but very slowly.
all right, cat.
Hi, Katie.
I forgot that Google Meets is capturing me yelling at my dog.
Oh, that's the
Same.
best when you mute your mic and you forget that the captions still are rolling.
Yeah.
How we doing, storyteller? You're muted.
I don't know what I can do about it right now. I've got like my extender shit's not working over here, so I'm kind of like stuck with what I got. How bad
Well,
is it?
You're choppy on the screen, but we can hear you. So we'll see how it goes.
Let's
If it poops the bed, we'll deal with what we deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great to be able to see you, but if it runs more smoothly with your video off, that might be an option.
Oh. Well. Let's
Try it.
running more smoothly with my video off.
It
Did I
just,
have to do
like-
that voice to ask?
It peaked a little bit
We'll
there.
see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You'll have
How
to
does it look
test
for
it for a little
you?
bit.
Are we coming in smoothly for you on your Zoom?
That is an important question.
I think the answer is no.
I'm gonna say that the answer is no.
Okay. I mean, if nothing else, we can do character dives.
Yeah.
Like, if we still want to talk about Cyberpunk, that doesn't mean if we can't play, we can still talk about it.
That's true. I mean, Ivy and Liz weren't here for the talkback that we had up
This
on
is true.
Cyberpunk Day.
I have many thoughts.
It's one of those nights. It happens this way sometimes.
Yeah, and
Fortunately,
hey, we're doing this for fun.
when you're doing a live stream, technical issues like this do come up.
Oh Lord.
That is very true.
How do I look now? I'm just all choppy and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I don't know
look
what to do
like
about
an
it.
N64 game.
I was gonna say you look like I'm drunk where you just got the after
Like that.
shadow.
That FMV from like a old computer game. And you try to put it on in
I don't know what to do.
HD.
Yeah. And also, like, now my Zoom is frozen again, so I you guys. I don't know what to do about that.
How can you record and process music but Zoom is just like, nah, can't do it. Too much.
Well,
You know,
I have
I'll
a
tell you
question.
like Juice, like these issues have been pretty recent for me. I think like maybe one time before I've had it where like Zoom froze like this, but now this
Mhm.
is getting pretty consistent. Like during the vampire game, it was the same thing. So
Yeah, that was my
I mean, you
first
guys are
time.
all frozen in great poses on the Zooms like that, but
Send
we
us a
can-
screenshot of that.
We can hear you. Actually, your audio is coming through fine now. So
Okay.
we can go if you feel
I mean-
okay with it. And if not, then we'll do something else.
Character dies.
I mean, if you
not
guys
a
are down to
thing.
play, we'll try it. We'll see until it gets too annoying to do. And maybe by the I don't know, Hammer of Greythor or something, it'll fix itself out.
Hammer of Grey Thor.
Did I say that right?
What is-
Gravathor? What is it?
Rabthar's hammer?
Galaxy
Are you
Quest.
doing
It's
a
about-
freaking...
Oh, I was like, are you trying to bring
Alan
mash together
Rickman.
She-Ra?
Yeah.
I got very confused.
Like
okay.
Rabthar's hammer, I will avenge you. Yes, I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Liz,
You had it backwards,
The
though.
love is
That's
really
why I was
real.
confused.
Yeah, you know.
I
dyslexia
have stopped
show.
trying to get your references. Anyway,
Like I
That-
thought you were
that's
trying to
what
go for it by the power of Grayskull kind of thing.
that's what
And
I
was like,
thought.
I think you really fucked that up, buddy.
I'm like, it's either He-Man or it's either you're really screwing up the Thor reference.
We're good.
All right.
Let's try to get back
Well,
on track.
let's try to get back on track. We'll try this for a little bit. If it don't work out, it don't work out. And we can even just do a shorter thing, or we'll figure something else. And I'll yell at my internet company tomorrow. But yeah, so that's where we ended. We ended with. I thought we ended with you guys still at the Nomad camp. Is that wrong or right?
correct.
That's right.
But yeah, and we can do it. I was torn between which way to start it, but I think we'll start with, we could say a couple days have passed. So everyone make sure to re-up your luck. If you've been any healing to do, you heal your body per day. So we'll say let's say 3 days have passed. And I'll remind everyone also, if people are listening/watching this, that Cyberpunk is an adult game, so there'll be themes of violence and sexual content and cursing and all that kind of stuff. We've talked about it, and do what you do, feel comfortable with what you feel comfortable with. There we go. Roll 20, we love you so much. Boom, done. And the place where your family was, the Nomad family, known as the Last Dragons, where they were staying was called Dustville.
Oh.
It's one of the places that they go to periodically in their nomadic travels. And they'd been trapped there by Petrochem, who had been keeping them penned in there. You guys remember seeing like their drones, and Hero had to fly past them to get into the zone there. And while they also discovered that there were a lot of people who were not feeling very well and were starting to feel ill. So if I give you guys a couple of days time, what do you think you guys would be doing within that time? I would also add that people that you may have met were Chief Cisco, who is the leader of the Reds, who had informed you that whatever was happy to have you guys around and have whatever aid you provided. And to spin it to Dre, that your sister had all these plans for your career, yada yada yada. So I'll start with let's start with Hero. Hero, what would you be doing for 2 days?
I'd have been checking on whoever was sick with Nara. And granted, just kind of staying out of Nara's way. But like, what's going on, Doc? Doc, what's going on? Doc, can I help? Doc. And having Nara probably like, just no, go that way.
Yeah, Nara's definitely going to tell you need to just get out of here. I need to just figure this out. Yeah.
Right. She probably would have rounded up Cisco and whoever kind of the heads of each individual like family group. All right, what What is going on? What are we doing? What do we need to do? What is the plan?
Yeah. Um, yeah, and if you had that thing, Cisco would is definitely the leader, the one that people look up to, or people also look up to him and revere him. So like you ask that question and no one else answers. They all just look at Cisco and wait for him to respond. And he tells you, well, we don't have enough cars to get everyone out of here, uh, and they could be coming in here, storming in at any time. So I think our two things that we can do is we need to figure out what they want. What is it here that is so important to them that they would do this? Maybe we could use that to against them or give it to them or something. Also, I got a line on a train that might have some stuff that we can use to defend ourselves if they come in. Other than that, I'm not really sure. Give them what they want or give them hell.
I mean, I know my answer, but I have just had it brought home to me within the past few days. I don't always think things through. So, I mean, I can guess we got oil flowing, and it's petrochem. What they want is pretty easy to put together. I'd imagine they want the land so they can tear it up.
Uh, I mean, that could be true. We haven't really found much.
Do you have anybody that has reached out to talk, or are they just move or will move you?
Uh, we just got it just as a loud message over whatever. What's the word I'm thinking of? Bullhorn. But no, no one besides bullets from drones and the blockade.
I mean, easiest, safest option would probably be to leave. I hate it,
Uh,
but it's probably easiest, safest option.
I mean, we would not be able to take everyone immediately in one trip.
How are we
So
how
far,
are
we've
we
got
so
about
short on transport?
one bad job after the last. Jobs drying up. Bad luck. I don't know. I mean, I also didn't think that this would come up. Also, I'm not necessarily sure if I'm in the mind to, uh, tuck tail and run.
As I said, my first option is never to turn and run. I have, however, just needed to. So, I mean, I can get some people out of here. Do you have stuff that's just not working right now? What's on it? Like, Hero's absolutely going to interrogate this man. What's on the
Wait, you're
train?
gonna?
How long is this?
What's on the train? How long is what?
How long has it been? When is the train coming through? Have they made any full scale incursions trying to push people out? Just she's probably going to spend the better half of the day picking his brain for everything she can.
Okay. And Cisco will tell you that um, there's another member of the clan uh, who everyone calls Hornet, who's kind of this middle-aged uh, Russian man that you have seen around the camp, probably know acquaintance-wise, who found out about a train that was been hijacked from Militech by uh, by the Iron Sights, a gang in Night City. and that in this train there are some things that the clan would find useful. And it's heading out of town, and there'll be a stretch where you can do your thing.
All right. Does anybody else speak up?
Are you talking to
Like
other
during
people?
during this conversation, does anybody else like speak up or venture an
I mean,
opinion?
if you were to look around and see people's faces, most everyone seems to just be like, we're with you, Cisco. Yeah, Cisco, whatever you think we should do. And especially when he says the tucking its tail and running. That's what he believes in as much as it is to show strength in front of everyone else who are emboldened by it. Listen, hero, we need everyone on board. We can do this. We're not going to let any corpo scum tell us what to do. That's why we live like this. This is why we're out here. Now, come on.
How do you plan on getting rid of them? Like, I understand whatever's on that train is going to be helpful. That's not going to get rid of them. That'll get rid of these.
Listen, I think that we find what they want, we tell them to fuck off, we give them what they want. But if they're going to come in here blazing before we have a chance to do that, I want to be ready. That's my decision.
That's your decision. All right. Where do you need me?
I knew I liked you. And he puts an arm around you, and we'll cut to Redacted. What have you been up to the last couple days in Dustville?
Can you remind me what the environment is like in this location?
This is
specifically like infrastructure wise, I guess. The reason I ask is to see like if this is a place where Redacted would have been able to, use their net running skill, or if this would have been a place where Redacted would have maybe used this time trying to figure out other ways to be useful and like stretch themselves, since they might not have access to nodes and such out here,
Sure. So where Dustville is kind of in a little bit of a canyon sort of situation. And it used to be an actual town. So there are some places where there are the frames of where buildings stood, like kind of the foundations rather. And people have been preparing for a possible attack, and that could be, people have been making just sandbags and packing them up. But if you wanted to, Redacted could assist in building some sort of small architecture and try to make some sort of defenses for things like that. If you wanted to do any sort of research or access to the net, you would be able to do it from here for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I would have spent some of the time after that first night would have been more of like a intimate one-on-one time, not like physically intimate, but like getting to know Maverick at a different level, ideally, and sharing more about Redacted Self, to the extent that both characters are comfortable. And we can talk, I guess, a little bit more offline about like what we might have shared with each other. And spent some of that time maybe on the first day afterwards searching for nodes, seeing what the extent of like the range of what my capabilities are here, and spending, I would say, some of my time figuring out ways that I can like get connected and helping with some research, maybe check in with Hero to see ways that I might be able to be helpful as I begin to get my voice back little by little, checking in with folks on site, helping with some physical labor as best as I can as well. And yeah, I guess focus on some of that, the research. And if they wanted some kind of like net architecture protection, I guess getting some practice, more practice building that, maybe like put a virus together or something. I don't know.
You want to put, how don't you check out page 217 in the book? I'm sorry, 217 in the book. And you can see like just how it says buying a net architecture, but just look at like building and think about what kind of things you want to add into there. And we could do a roll about that and see. But you have options like...
For building an architecture, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, you said 270 what? 273?
217.
217. Okay.
And give me a interface roll.
Okay.
Roll of the new year. Here we go. First roll of the new year. Let's go.
14.
Not a bad roll either.
Yeah, not a bad roll at all. So with 14,
I think that's the highest I've ever gotten with a face roll.
Yay!
I would say with a 14 that you could build, give me a 4-floor architecture that you can build for the defense of Dustville.
Okay. Oh, throwing this together on the fly. I have not read these pages before.
All you need to know is just that, like, you know, you can ignore
adding
that
demons.
You can ignore. Let's see. And I'm throwing it at you, but if you look more at look at page 209 instead, and so you can see like you know how to do the runs. You know, when you were like learning how to do that. So you can see just what the DVs are, what a floor looks like, and you get 4 floors that you can play with.
Okay. Would it be, maybe I could do this while like the next person is like sharing their vignette and I can come back to you with what I think of? Yeah.
Oh, you read my mind. Yeah. And let's jump to Maverick.
Hey. So also on top, physical labor and hanging out with Redacted are also on Maverick's list, but also checking the artillery, what they have, what they don't. And also would probably ask Hero a question real fast about like if there are spare phones. Or of any kind, because I don't know, because Maverick wants to call Victoria, see if she's still alive. But he has no idea if his phone's getting tracked, so...
Doesn't know if his phone's getting tracked by
Kelly? Anybody?
Okay.
We're hiding from Kelly, so I'm trying to avoid anything that Kelly would bring Kelly here. So I don't know if that's even a thing or if I'm just gonna have to risk it. But I am gonna take a good look at the artillery for the and see what they have, what they don't. Ammo required.
So if you yeah, and so those couple days you see that there are maybe enough weapons and armor to adequately arm about 40-50 people.
Damn, okay.
And between like, you know, the elderly and the sick, that's about as many people as Dustville, as the Last Dragons have who can
fight,
are able to fight.
Okay. So they are stocked if something does come immediately running. Okay.
You know, there's nothing great that they have. They're all kind of just poor quality, old Militech shotguns and pistols and stuff.
That's a throwback.
You know, Hopefully they don't jam up on them, but yeah.
Are mine? I can't remember if I got good ones, but well,
there's one person you meet who does have a very nice looking weapon. And she's kind of quiet, just sits, always cleaning this rifle. And is a big smoker, constantly chain smoking and lighting cigarettes with a lighter from her cyber hand. And you would see in her that this was a military person. This is another solo who's committed. But yeah.
I do think Maverick would help in like actually trying to maintain these things, because he would know how. And anything that's immediately broken, he'd have to make a note to try to replace later.
Of any of the weapons that are immediately broken?
Yeah. So they can arm about 40 to 50, I believe, is what I understood the number to be. About-ish.
Yep.
But yeah, if nothing's broken, obviously everything's just with working with what he's got and trying to spiff them up and maintain them as well as possible.
Okay. Give me a handgun roll.
Ooh,
let's do that.
Actually, I'm pretty good at those. Okay. Don't jinx myself. 14?
Yeah, and you're able to like impress some people in the Last Dragons. There are people who really like appreciate you pitching in. They learn some things from you, and you're able to help out and upgrade some of these weapons that would have definitely exploded in people's faces if you hadn't have
yeah, I mean, Maverick's fought with these before, so he actually knows how to use them. It's a really old Militech. Yeah, and also he would pester somebody if like, do you guys have like the equivalent of a burner phone? Does that exist?
The equivalent of a burner phone?
Yeah, I don't know if those still exist.
Yeah, I would say that, someone could hand you a burner phone and said, take this. Hopefully it's important. Trash it. Who knows if the assholes down the road are listening in, but.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. And I will go dial Victoria or try to get a hold of her.
You call the number and it comes up as disconnected.
Ah, fuck. She loves disappearing. Goddamn. Okay. Oh fuck, that might also be a problem. Because Maverick is now remembering that in the reveal of the brain dance, he mentioned Victoria to Kelly. So now Maverick's brain is in overdrive. And he would probably mention to Hero Redacted, remind me to go track down somebody after we know Kelly won't immediately kill us entering the city.
Yeah, and so you guys are prepping at in Dustville, outside of the city. As we come into Night City, Big Sexy, it's only been 2 or 3 days, but your sister's already planned a tube tour for you and a recording session tomorrow. She's been working overtime.
And okay, so I think Dre would be of two minds about this. One, he's one of those people who's like, all I got is my balls and my word. And so he's going along with all the ridiculous shit, even some of the stuff that he doesn't particularly like, if she wants me to look like I'm the locks in a bad boy video from the 90s wearing my shiny suits. I really fucking hate this. I really, really hate this, but he still does it because he gave his word. And the struggle that Dre is having is there's a lot of money flowing around him, and when he asks for things, he gets them now. So Dre is probably indulging a little bit more than he should in everything. Women, then parties, clothes, like everything, just going all in. He's going ham. So, if you find him on this third day, he's probably intoxicated at best, way beyond intoxicated at worst. But he does show up to work with Drea whenever she asks him to do stuff. And knowing that his creativity doesn't really matter for what they're making necessarily. He's just like, all right, y'all can do the Taylor Swift action on me. It's fine. I'll whatever you write, it's fine. It's fine. I hate everything. It's fine. He has absolutely been staying away from the hood, though. He is not going anywhere near back home while his social media is being managed by corpos, because this is the ultimate betrayal to his morality and the people that he's supposed to have been standing up for. So he's staying far away from them.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, and that's all happening. Every party, the champagne tray doesn't make it past you. You're hanging out with, some celebrities that you hate, some that you may kind of like some of the songs they put out. Betty Brooklyn's been around a little bit. Definitely not just at the parties, but you also see her around the offices because she's also managed.
Did she get her cyberware fixed up? Because that shit was fucked.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the same, she's got the cyber limbs, but it seems to be all up to code. She hasn't done a show since, but you have seen her hanging out and taking meetings in the offices. And not for nothing, some of the tracks that like your sister's been sending you to write lyrics for, like some of the beats, they've been pretty good.
Oh, I believe it.
So the music, at least, is tight.
I suspect a few of my controversial subject matters have been, struck down.
In those couple days, none of you have heard anything about Mr. Kelly, the two people that trail him all the time. And I would also say that, I don't know, have any of you guys reached out to Dre, or have you guys reached out to each other in the last couple of days?
Dre would have definitely checked in to make sure everybody's okay. But like outside of that, that's it. He'd just been like, y'all good? Y'all need something? No? We good.
Yeah. Yeah, Maverick's aware Dre is very pissed, so he'd just be like, just call if you need me.
Like, it's not even a beef thing. It's just more like,
no, Maverick understands.
I can't deal with all of this right now.
Maverick is a complete understanding that Dre is dealing with a lot, thus putting it out there like, you are not responsible for us right now, just call if you need us.
But if you look on the HoloNet, you're probably seeing Dre out with random celebrities, just rumor has it sort of things that Dre is hooked up just over a day. Just like, oh, he's been out with this person, that sort of thing. Huh.
Yeah, there was definitely a chunk of time where I said I was doing research to help with the Nomad clan, and I was totally just figuring out what the fuck is Dre up to.
Hero, lacking any kind of people skills, would have absolutely messaged him. Might need a pilot in a few days. Might need another pilot in a few days.
Like, I don't even think Dre would respond it with a question mark, because that's what like on his head. But it just simply been, the fuck? You're out here with a bunch of nomads who drive and get around all the time. Why do you need a pilot?
contingency. Have fun. And then
Hope is
that's
big,
probably
sexy,
like
your
all
only
you
hope.
hear.
Sure, question mark. Yeah, I wouldn't even like. It's just more not even the dragging Dre around, kicking and screaming. Just more like resigned to his fate, sort of like someone headed to the gallows. Except they're giving him his last meal every day before he heads there.
Teenager dragged on family vacation.
It's like, why I have to do this?
Yeah, I don't know that Redacted would have. I don't think I would have tried calling because of the whole voice thing. Like even when Maverick and I would have been kind of stargazing, it would have been very, very limited speech, more so like wanting to learn more about Maverick instead. By the third day, I would be fine with. I would have healed up. My hit points would be back at full.
Yep.
But I would probably reach out just with a simple text message as a reminder to Dre, and all it would say is like whatever I think left in the note saying, you know, like you should be in charge of your own story, or in control of your own story. Given that we had our last interaction had been with your sister, and like that was not feeling good on my end. And then seeing all the stuff that's going on with like, you know, rumor has it and all of that. It's like it's just more people trying to spin Dre's narrative on his behalf.
I think all that Dre would really be able to say to that is thank you. And the next message, you would have got a message like immediately after that. One day I'm going to learn your real name though.
And Dre, you've been getting these texts, communications on your agent from your crew, and let's say after you respond to this one, give it to me.
One more thing. I would have definitely went to the trauma team offices, went to Kaylee's like desk and like my finest outfit, and then like I'd drop the invitation to a party that I was going to on her desk and just been like, count this as my resignation. And when you're ready to step your game up to something better, open this letter. And the message in the inside of it would have been like, psych, I ain't got shit for you.
So you just quit trauma team?
I quit trauma team and I dunked on her on the way out.
Yeah, and her face is just aghast. She can't even say anything to you. It's just open mouth. She's just got back from her birthday vacation. Your band's not even that good. That's it. Now get the fuck out. You don't quit. You're fucking fired. How about that?
Trey would have sea walked out of there after that.
Yeah, and let's say that night you're celebrating quitting. You're at some party doing your thing, and you're approached by someone who is a white woman with spiky hair. She's kind of like business, she's got like a business kind of bottom pantsuit, but the top is like flashy lights rolling through the shirt. And even with that, you can see that there's like a corpo air around her. And she introduces herself and she says, "Hi, I'm Phoebe Visco. You're Andre Guy, right?"
Yeah. You call me Big Sexy though. That's my stage name.
I don't think I'll be doing that. But you've been in contact with some people out in the desert. I've noticed from your phone exchanges. You might be able to help them get out of a sticky situation.
And I don't believe that you do things out of the kindness of your heart. So what do you want?
You're right. I need to get them out of there, and I would like to do it without having to spend any money on weapons or life insurances. So, I think it might be safe if you came with me and we go chat with them and get them all out. Sounds like you guys are friends, so let's go.
I don't know you. Fleepy Flam.
Flim the flam flam.
I don't remember her name. That's what Trey remembered.
Drunk are you
This
already?
person is completely unrecognizable to you.
Yeah. So he's just like Flippy Flam Flam.
It's Phoebe Visco.
Uh-huh. Viscous Disco. All right, got it.
Very good. Yes, I've heard them all. Are you ready?
No. Again, I don't know you. Your offer is just some random bullshit out of nowhere. You're telling me you want to help my friends, but you don't want to spend any money, and you want me to come along with you. This math doesn't add up, lady. None of you corpos want to give shit for free.
And she takes a step closer to you, and she says, your friends are with a nomad clan that is on a land that belongs to a corporation I represent. If I cannot convince them to move off quietly, I will have to do it very loudly. And the time for the quiet approach is quickly closing.
You think they're going to give up? This is funny. Now, you can go fly there, and I can send you a hologram of me, and maybe they won't blow you out of the sky. Maybe.
Give me a conceal reveal roll, please.
Okay. Let's toss a little luck on there, just for the sake of it. And conceal reveal. Da-da. There we go. 16.
18 with.
Oh, 18. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I would say with an 18, you can see it. Her hand is gripping a pistol that is on the inside of this flashy coat, and it is coming up.
Then I would just I would not do that if I were you. I have a big old contract with some very important people too, and you don't want to start a corporal war. I'm sure of it.
I just want to get this job done. That's
all. But you're not about to use me as a tool. So here's how this is going to go, lady. I'm going to call my friends. I'm going to tell them what you're telling me. They're going to tell me no. Then you're going to do what you have to do. But here's the kicker. As it stands right now, I have a good chunk of money that I've come across recently, and I will make sure that my friends are well armed before you go after them. And so, you know what? Pain, war, explosions, those make for some really, really fun tracks.
Are you going to come or not? Last chance.
Flippity flam magoo galoo, go fuck yourself.
Very good. Very good. And she just pulls the gun out and she aims it right at your leg.
I take out the if she's that close, then she's about to she's gonna have to shoot me fast because I got a big ass sword that is gonna come straight for her neck. I do not leave without the sexorcist.
And we'll cut to the rest of our party. Back in Dustville, preparations are being made for this Hammerhead train that's coming through. People are saying you're gathered around, all of you. Cisco's there, and he's explaining, you know, we want to make this a small team. If you guys can get out, past the drones, and back in, you know, that'll be the best. So I say, Hero, you take your team, get it done, and come back. We can tell you what tracks the Hammerhead will be on. I know that the car only has a couple of cars. Yes. Any other questions? Can you do this?
I mean, who exactly is my team?
I guess, are you Trauma Team? I don't know. Redacted, who has helped secure our net defenses. Maverick, who can clean a gun and I'm guessing fire one just as well.
There's one that I'm good at.
How many people are on this train? Like, I understand it's not a passenger train. Do we know how many guards? What kind of reconnaissance have you done?
All I know is that, well, Hornet, what do you know? And Hornet comes through. It's the middle-aged Russian dude who I didn't know anything about. And he's just like, yes, there's 3 cars. You are looking for 4 large crates. And my Russian accent is, how do you say not so good? But get
great.
these crates. They are somewhere near the front. That is all I know. Usually these trains, they have less than 5. That is all I could find out.
Redacted nods in solidarity at the comment about the accent.
Yes, because it's hard to do the Russian accent, but I was trying to do it deep, and it was hard.
You have a make-believe, no one gives a shit.
See your faces.
Oh, you can't see us. Oh, Lord.
Also, that being said, if it was Militech, it would be more dangerous, but these gangs, they don't know shit about security.
It really is. I will take my gyro. We'll jump in. How big are these crates?
The crates,
like person sized or like large dogs?
These crates can be carried by one person.
Okay.
Two-handed.
This would be a lot easier if I had another driver.
Another drummer? Another driver.
Another driver. And this train is on the other side of the barricade.
Yeah.
Correct?
And so like,
Okay.
imagining that Dustville is like there's a road that comes into it and you have seen the drones, you know that they're at the entrance that kind of comes off the highway and what they have out in the desert. I don't know if you've really explored that in any way.
I probably would have gone for a look around to see how far their perimeter goes, like things like that. Like, if we had to get people out with a quickness, which way would we go? What would be the easiest route to like go, drop off, come back? Like escape plans, basically, in case of
Yeah.
retreat.
You know, actually, yeah, I'll just say that, people from you all would have learned that people from Petrochem come a certain distance, but there are some people, a couple who have sniper rifles have been able to keep them a little bit further at bay. People have tried to sneak in closer, and others have warned that it's possible that Petrochem has planted some sort of mines or something for road escapes out to the sides from Dustville. So, Captain Cisco, after you guys ask your questions, looks and says, Are you ready?"
Avoc's already like loading up his weaponry.
I look at Maverick and at Redacted. I'm like, are y'all willing to do this? Like, I'm not gonna drag you.
Redacted just looks over at you and kind of just isn't jumping at the opportunity. Is kind of says, "I'm how you say I'm going to take your lead."
I don't fucking want to do this. Here's the thing. This, and I'm like kind of like huddle up, gang, huddle up, gang.
Uh-huh.
I'm like this is. I will go down in a ball of fire for these people. These are my people. Real easy. I don't want to drag y'all if you don't want to go. That's all I'm saying.
Hero, did you really think I would have stuck around if I didn't give enough of a shit for you people?
Hey, look, I'm making it very plain. That's all.
I appreciate that, but also, this is my day job when I'm not in trauma team. Hell, even in trauma team. So
also in trauma team, yes.
So look,
we also
sorry, continue.
We also have if we go with you, we still have Nara that will be able to stay behind, that we can maybe try and contact if we were to need some help or attention or something, that we won't all be together. Yeah, there's someone that we can kind of like call for a Hail Mary.
All right.
Besides, we kind of owe it to Drader to fuck up some corpos.
True. That works. Okay, as long as y'all are coming willingly.
Hero, I've been with you since day 3.
I'll turn back to Cisco. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go.
And Cisco says, "Fantastic. Hornet, give them the coordinates of where the train's going to be." And he sends that information to your agents and whatever interface you have on your gyro. Yeah, and the train has left Night City. And your gyrocopter could fit 4 people, right?
Yep. That's why I was asking how big these crates were.
Yeah. Good.
I had a question. If this is not an appropriate time, I'm happy to table this for later. One of the other things that I wanted to do in my downtime was to see, I don't know if this is even a thing that netrunners can do, but I wanted to see if it was possible to use my net running skills to like further soup up whatever vehicle Hero is commandeering. Even if it's just like aesthetics.
We could talk about that. I think like what you would be able to do is like you could make certain automated things for the weapons, maybe. you could put something in. If someone like gets X close or whatever and doesn't have something, they get attacked by the flamethrower. You could put if they don't have X code, they wouldn't be able to open up the pilot the vehicle, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want to overstep because I know that some of that might be a different role, like outside of net running, but just a thought that came into my head. We don't have to like get into that now.
We'll talk about it. And for other things like that too, like building net architecture usually costs eddies. This was something that like the clans kind of putting into it. That was the first page I sent you to accidentally to whatever 17, which is all about how to buy it, but they're paying for it. So it's a whole thing. The net running's its own whole crazy thing. But yeah. But we could talk about you souping up. What's the copter's name again?
I want to say her name
Sheila?
is Jillian.
Jillian, thank you.
I believe
That sounds right.
Oh, Jillian was the AV, but I might be. No,
Jillian
Sheila was
might-
the AV.
Oh,
Sheila's
Sheila's the
AV.
AV. Jillian's my gyro. Yes. Hell yes. Put a green undercarriage and make her glow like a fucking UFO. I'm down.
Yeah.
Maverick's just gonna be
And that
cheering over here while you do that.
That would be more like a vehicle kind of tech thing. But anyway, did I answer your question though?
Yes.
Okay, good. And so yeah, are you guys taking off?
Yeah, probably.
Buckled in.
Honestly, you guys would have seen Hero most of the time she was here when she was not like in meetings with Cisco and whoever else. Cisco and whoever else was in charge. Probably had like one kid on a hip, one kid on like her leg, and was probably like in the engines of things. Like, okay, who can show me where the intake is? All right, good job. Like, kid on her back, kid on her arm, kid on her leg, and just like perfectly
Mama Hero.
Yeah.
Mama Hero for a week.
Like very, very odd. So seeing the change back to in the pilot seat is a little, I'd imagine, odd.
Okay.
Also, quick question before we go: can Maverick borrow a rifle? Doesn't matter
What
which
kind?
kind.
You want to borrow?
Just like a regular. I have to look. Hold on, let me find the book.
I also have the flamethrower.
Does that require two
And the
hands? Well, both of them require two hands. If they
Sure.
have rate of fire 2, I'm cool.
I don't think the flamethrower has rate of fire too. Pretty sure that's 1.
No, it's 1.
So if there's a rifle with rate of fire 2, I'll take that. If that is even
The
That is not
flamethrower
gonna
is
be a
the heavy
thing.
weapon.
okay. Then I'll take the
Um,
flamethrower. Why the fuck not?
So you're gonna use the flamethrower
Yeah, if
because it's
words.
attached to the
Oh,
to the thing for now, but you could just take it off, right?
Yeah, technically I can't attach it yet. I'm not high enough level to.
so it's just sit in the back.
Yeah, I just have it basically as a backpack and nozzle and nasty.
Yep, if one of you, I'm gonna find it. Can I find it in the book? I have to find the book.
I can-
And
I
the
can send
flamethrower's
you-
on page 348 in the
Thank
book.
you.
Yeah.
On a separate thing, so I have to,
Um,
takes me a minute to find it.
I can minimize this actually. Perfect. Hero, can I have a stealth roll as you're taking off? A bunch of the kids that you've been playing with are waving up at you and waving by, and some excitement's happening with a plane taking off. And as you start to fly out towards the train tracks and stay under the radar of these drones, let me get a stealth roll from you.
I would probably do like I did the first time when we were coming in and just go real high. Probably a little dangerously high for just a gyrocopter. Gonna go ahead and use 2 points of luck. Just because I don't need us getting shot down right now. Did that work?
Oh my god. Yeah, it worked.
22.
I mean, whatever. That's cool. Yeah, and your plan works, and you might even be able to detect that the drone's like caught a flicker of something as you kind of up above the clouds and zoom out towards the tracks that run through the desert out of town. And as you get there, you see it, the hammerhead, this Militech hammerhead, and it's just it's a short train. There's the engine, the main part in the front, and then there are 3 cars attached to it. It is now in the outcropping of the desert, speeding along at kilometers per hour, in view.
When is this happening relative to what's going on with Dre?
This is I would say that this could be happening at the same time. You're at this party, we would call it like early evening or late evening, 7-8 o'clock-ish. The sky is red, but it's, that kind of dusky red color, and that a time of day. What are you thinking?
Well, Dre just wants to make sure that he gets a call out to the group. And so that means he has to get away from this fucking batshit lady who thinks that shooting me is going to be a good idea.
Okay, yeah. I was going to jump to you in 1 second. I
No
just want to see
worries.
what these guys want to do
I
here,
just was
and I'm going to
asking.
jump to you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Maverick, Redacted, and Hero. You guys see the train? What's the move?
All right. Well, first question. Redacted, is there anything you can tap into to make that thing stop if I get us close enough?
Referee, is there?
I would say that from that distance, scanning would be kind of difficult to do. You might have to get a little bit closer to scan to see, but you would know.
Well, I guess
that a train like that would have some sort of architecture or some nodes that could be tapped into.
Yeah, that was basically my question. Like, I don't know if vehicles actually do have nodes, which is kind of what I was getting at with my question about. I was gonna say Ari's gyro.
Please, somebody give Ari a
Like,
helicopter. That's
Oh,
exactly
no.
what she needs.
No, it is not.
so basically, like, just to say that, I was actually talking to people about this. Like, net architectures can be different sizes and can be made for different things. So, like, like there was a net architecture made for Betty Brooklyn's limbs, but it was probably the size of like a desktop computer. But like someplace like Arasaka that has like, serious security and has net architecture controlling everything from, water spouts to turrets, they might have a whole floor that is just the net architecture, something like that. So it can vary. So things like a van or whatever or train can have them for sure.
So yeah, I will say that's why I offered to come along here. I figured there might be something. And if nothing else, I can get this fabulous footage about what they're doing to destroy people and livelihoods and memories and basically being corpos, pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Works for me.
On film. If you get me close enough, I would need to be within like 25 feet, I think. So it would be pretty close and it'd be pretty difficult, but not impossible.
Maverick, keep an eye out. I have no idea if this thing has turrets on top of it. And I'm going to have to get pretty close.
All right, so let me get a pilot vehicle roll from Hero, a perception roll from Maverick, and a scanner roll from Redacted.
It's not even just like getting close. It's getting close and matching speed.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's
I'm
Hero, you have
I'm
the
imagining
highest
like
DV.
11.
I'm imagining that I'd also probably be like hanging off of the edge of the gyro to try and get even closer with the scanner in my other hand.
Bro, what are you doing?
I'm trying to scan for you.
It's only a 22.
Only a
Only.
22.
Oh God.
I forgot to add my luck, but that's fine.
Yeah, we'd got 11, both of us. I
The
don't know how good the rest is.
gyrocopter swings into place, and you are able to. With a 22, where do you want to go? Like, do you want to be right behind the train? Are you beside the train? Atop the train? Where are you going?
I would probably try and get on top of it and judge how wide it is compared to the tracks on the bottom of the gyrocopter. I'm trying to find out if I can land on this sucker.
I would say that the middle, the middle two cars are too narrow. The front car is too short, but the back car is just right.
Okay. I know nothing about net architecture. I would say I should probably be closer to the front to make it easier. So I'm just going to like judge, and hang out right above the front of it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Little closer. Not too close. Not too close.
And with an 11 Maverick, you don't notice much except that, the train is sealed. This is, Militech technology. It is made for security. It is made for transporting stuff and made for making sure nobody steals it. But it is sealed off. No one can see in, and you're guessing that no one, that no one can see out. So it is just locked up tight. With an 11, did you use luck and forget?
I did not. I would have added 2, but I didn't add it on this. My thing is I always just add 2. I try and like save it. And else as I'm leaning out of the gyro trying to do the scan and hearing Hero say like I don't know where exactly would be the best place. I'll be like this is perfect. If it's not here, I would say maybe either along the sides or the back where it'd be the easiest for people to try and get in.
It's sealed tight, like no one's meant to come in or out.
Not the traditional way.
But I meant when I said sealed, yeah, it's sealed tight. There are doors and shit, obviously, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I assume that those are
okay. Yeah. I just want to make clear, just in case.
Oh yeah, I did misunderstand, but yeah.
Okay. With an 11, I would say that you can detect one node that is in the back car of the train.
Yeah, I'll call back and be like, how good are you at like slowing down a little bit but then picking back up?
I mean, I could do that.
What's the move here?
Back up. Back it up now, y'all.
Basically like tapping the brake on the car. Just slightly. Which I'm probably gonna have to do a deck save for.
Can we
Are
let
you trying
Redacted
to
climb back in first?
I'm basically just pulling back so that we get closer to the back of the train instead of the front.
And I'll like brace onto whatever I'm grabbing onto. I have both arms on that while that happens for stability. And say, okay, I've got a node back here. And I'm gonna try and check into the net.
Yeah. With a 22, I won't make you roll for that now, but I will make you roll for it again after this. Yeah, so give me, you jack in, and you are now thin line of red laser that expands and grows, and you are now in the net architecture of this train. The first thing you encounter is a password, just big old password with a blinking cursor.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to try and do what is it? Back door.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
Give
back
me
door.
that net action roll.
Come on, back door. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you
This is my first night
smash
when I
it
crit.
down. Yeah, you this is nothing for you. And it's surprising because on a Militech train you would expect to see some hardcore defenses, but this is child's play. This is the gang obviously knows nothing about
Yeah,
setting up a good meta protection.
I got this like adrenaline rushing through me. I got cute boy man I'm trying to get to know. I'm feeling real good about this.
So I would say that you blast through, and with the crit, I'll get that you zoom through it so hard that you're on to the second floor of this architecture, which is
Hey.
filled with all these files that contain the original cargo manifest for the train.
Ooh,
So
baby.
it's a lot of stuff that Militech was shipping and where they shipped it to.
So I was able to just identify that as part of the crit.
Yes, exactly.
Dope. Is there like a download thing? What can I do?
Yeah, you can download this. You can load it up to your deck, and you can put it onto a data queue chip or whatever, something later. But yeah, you
Dope.
you download all that stuff.
All right. What else do I see
And now
in
you have-
here? Is there like a control node somewhere that I can find?
If you look down into the next floor, what you see is password and the blinking cursor.
Ah, all right. Don't get too cocky. Don't get overzealous. Think this through. Think this through. Put those skills to the test. And I'll also just call out while I'm working on this. I got a lot of good stuff here.
Fantastic.
Start calling out stuff that you think might be helpful here. What I don't know if you know anything from your family hero. What might help me crack some of these codes and passwords?
Stuff that's in here that would be useful.
Any I don't know, information or history or whatever they know that they might have shared with you. And as you think through that and like call stuff out, I'll do another roll.
Okay.
Question: would my history of working with Militech, would I be able to make like a history type roll to see if I can remember anything that might be helpful?
Hey, again.
Or not? You critically succeeded.
I would say you could give
I was
me-
calling out for help from the two of you, so that's probably a group crit right here.
Yeah. Just to make sure, you were asking them to look through the files that you found to see if anything stood out that might help you.
No. Sorry if that wasn't clear. I was just kind of like role playing that, asking them for help for like anything they might know that I could use as things that could help me crack the code for whatever I'm encountering.
Which is why I asked if any Militech background would be of use.
Yeah, I haven't handed over anything I found yet. It's just like off the top of your head, what do you remember that I could use?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, but we'll say with that crit that yeah, you blast through the password, and for that crit, I will not have you do this next thing, but instead, you blast through the password, and what you see standing before you is a huge black metal wolf with fire rippling across its body, and in its voice, just grating metallic, redacted, redacted, redacted. Hero, give me a roll to keep up with the train. And then we're gonna cut to Big Sexy.
What happened?
Oh, that was just
That's
being
better.
My goodness, you are.
You scared?
I didn't mean to roll it at that exact second. I hit it by accident. I was like, oh no.
Keep it.
Big Sexy, you are in a party, and a corpo has asked you to come with her out into the desert. And when you refused, she reached into her flashy jacket and began to pull out a pistol. As last we heard, you were reaching for your sword, the Sexorcist. Am I right?
Yeah, some white lady trying to shoot me at my party. Ain't this some shit?
What are you trying to do? She's trying to pull it out. What are you trying to do?
Disarm her. Literally.
You want to disarm. Okay, so let me get. How do I do this? Let me get.
Oh no, just think of it in the more literal term. Like I'm trying to chop her arm off. You're gonna learn today.
Oh, you trying to cut her arm off? All right, so let's do your melee attack, and I'll roll for her evasion.
Because she's gonna try to shoot me. I'm just gonna take the whole shoulder down. Just all that's gone.
Okay, let's see what you got.
One moment.
Adios.
My little character thingy is lagging.
You good?
Oh my god, what is happening?
Try hitting it like an old TV.
What I do to my mom's dashboard when the car starts making a weird noise? It works.
Okay. Combat. Da, da, da. Do that. And we're going to do this.
Yes. Okay. So with a 17, you go and she pulls out this pistol and starts to move towards your face. And you swing out with the Sexorcist and swipe at her arm, and she pulls it back like just before you can. But the hand doesn't come back down again. Give me
get 2 attacks.
Oh shit.
So if this is the game we gonna play, again? Lady. You are we ain't fucking around.
Betty to this. All right, your second. Are you still going for? Are you aiming for her arm?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be minus. When you're aiming for a body part, you have to subtract. I think it's 8, right?
Is it?
Which we should have discussed beforehand. Oh, you have aim shot on.
No, it is it's minus 8. So it'd be minus 8 from that. Turning it to
it'd be a 15. Okay. All right. Well then, so she goes and aims for your head, you swipe at her, she pulls it back, you come in for another, and she is able to bring her hand down and dodge it.
And so I'm just yelling while this happens. Some white lady is trying to shoot me.
Give me a stealth roll.
Stealth?
I know it seems weird, but I'm sorry. Don't give me a stealth roll. Give me a perception check, please.
Okay. I was just gonna ask you, what am I stealthing from now? Because I'm confused.
Like, is he actively trying to hide from Dre's security?
Okay. As you start shouting, another gun appears at the side of your vision. And you look, and it is someone who looks like Phoebe Visco. Dressed the same, except instead of the spiky hair, it's just shaved. And she says, please, just come with us. Don't make a scene. And the other Phoebe Visco takes her gun and goes, bah! And just shoots it off in the air. People are freaking out. She's like, we're leaving. Don't worry, we'll return Andre to you when we're done. If you have any problems, you can send your complaints to Petrochem. and they start trying to push you out.
Absolutely not. Dre gonna take getting shot. He's not. This shit's not happening. Somebody go. I got bodyguards and shit. Somebody gonna defend me here. I am not leaving with some fucking petrochem company people. That's not happening.
So what are you trying to do? She's shoving you, trying to pull your arm forward.
Oh yeah. So as she's trying to push, like I imagine if she shot a shot into the air, which is not the smartest of moves, the crowd gets to running, and thus, they're trying to avoid this rush of people, and Dre is taking his fat self
surprisingly
into the crowd.
Most people are not running. People are shocked and kind of just shocked by the situation. At the places where you're going to these parties, they don't expect necessarily this kind of shit to happen.
Sure.
But when they do happen, it's some corporate ass shit. So most people are just like, oh, we're probably fine. This is some contract or some deal that's gone wrong. So some people actually seem not even perturbed at all, while others are just kind of shocked and frozen. Not a lot of people are running.
Oh, what the fuck she shooting shot in the air for?
Just to get the attention and kind of clear away.
Okay. In that case, then, yeah, I think that what Dre is going to do is he's going to basically run into the biggest bunch of people, just take off, run into the biggest bunch of people and do some ninja shit. And by ninja shit, I mean,
to run.
I am looking for crowds of people to make it more difficult for them to try to shoot me. And while this is happening, I am dialing up Drea and being like, this is the shit you're supposed to be preventing from happening to me.
Give me an athletics
You got it.
roll.
Athletics.
It should be under the top of the body skills.
Draven indulging too much.
Far.
Yeah.
People are not moving out of your way, and you're kind of trying to, like, the person who you've been drinking champagne off their tray all night just is like right in your way, and you knock over a whole tray of champagne and you both fall to the floor. And you look up just to find the two of them standing right over you with two pistols pointed at you.
Y'all gonna have to kill me. And I don't know what that's gonna get you.
And the bald one, or the shaved head one, says, okay. And she pulls the trigger. And I think that's where we'll take our 10-minute break and come back.
It's mad versus one almost dying.
All right, then we will see y'all in 10. Let me get a star break screen and enjoy the music.
Phoebe Magoogaloo.
That's the first thing people heard when they
Boop, boop,
came back
beep-up.
in. Phoebe
Beep-up, beep-up.
Magoogaloo. All right,
Anyway,
we're back.
bebop a goo goo to all of you. Welcome back to Rolling These 20s Trauma Team Chronicles, a Cyberpunk Red adventure. When we last left off, most of our party was busy trying to hijack a train in order to get some supplies to help with the possible invasion of the nomad camp Dustville by the corporation Petrochem outside of Night City. Inside of Night City, two Petrochem executives were trying to get our rocker boy Big Sexy to come chat with the rest of the party out in the desert, but he was not having it. And he tried to run away and tripped and bumped into a waitress and fell to the floor. And with one last request for him to leave, he denied it and a trigger was pulled. Back in the desert, which is where we'll pick up. You guys are flying over the back of this hammerhead train as it's speeding through the desert. Redacted, you have just picked up the node that's in the back of the train. You were smashing through the passwords and protections in the architecture and have encountered a hellhound.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot. I meant to look that up.
Maverick, give me a perception check, please.
Oh boy, I've been doing great at those. I'm gonna try not to shoot myself in the foot. I might add 2 luck to this, just because I'd like to see these things coming first. Where to go? I saw it. There it is. 26 total. I'll take that.
Perfect. With 26, you as Redacted is scanning for the nodes and doing their net running thing, you see that on the top of the back of the car is a hatch. And this hatch pops open. And a ganger sticks their head out and sees what's going on and aims a gun right at the copter. I would like for all of you to roll initiative for me, please.
And remind me again.
Reflex roll?
Reflex.
Just reflex? Okay.
11.
Is that right? Yeah, reflex plus D10. Okay. H18, R16, Mav 11, and 15.
Girl got 18.
Did you say, you didn't say anything, Maverick, right? You just noticed that this person is sticking their head out.
I mean, I would have told Hero someone was popping their head out.
And Hero, you can see this. You look down and you see that there is someone taking aim at the gyrocopter about to fire.
Sorry, I got an upgrade for Jillian, so she's got bulletproof glass. So that adds 15 to her, which is good. Do I have that one? I hope I. No, I got the smuggling update. All right. Just making sure I remember everything that is good on Jillian. All right. I am going. How close am I right now? If I pull back a little bit or pull up a little bit, is that going to take Redacted out of computer range?
Yeah, if
I would say
the moment I feel you trying to pull back, I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, you are like, if you get closer to the train, Redacted will be okay. I would say that you are. What's the max for the scanning range you have for your?
8 meters.
It's like 20 feet.
24. 25.
24 feet. Yeah, so I would say that you're at about like 20 feet above this, above the train that's moving.
Well, and the flamethrower only works so far away.
Yeah.
As I said before, the back of the train would probably be where you could also land.
Okay, then yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll be like, well, can't get any further away. And then I will move in closer. Is this hatch in it's in the back car, right?
Yeah, the hatch is in the back car, and it's in like the back corner of the car.
Okay. I will dive in. I will basically go like I'm trying to land and see if I can't get the sled of this helicopter to go through dude's head.
You're gonna try and hit him in the
I'm
head
gonna
as
try
you're
and do
landing.
exactly like I did with the clown.
Okay, give me.
Ari, hero's vicious.
You know,
I said Ari, but
give me that pilot roll.
All right, let's not damage the gyrocopter. So we're gonna add some luck to this. And that too. And then, oh no, what'd I do? Oh no. Sorry, I've forgotten how to use a computer. $28.
28.
God damn! I love you people.
Yeah, with a 28, you come flying in, and you come so close, and the person sticking their gun out just drops back down, and you swoop over them and land somehow with no trouble on the back of this
And I would flip
back of this moving train.
so that the front is facing them because it's all bulletproof glass, which would give us some cover.
I'll give it to you. Yeah. And so you land there facing that way.
And I'll just look at Maverick. Would you like the flamethrower or the guns?
What'd you say? What were the options? What guns?
I mean, I've got my pistol. You've probably got your pistol.
I
think
got
you grabbed
pistols.
A rifle.
I did not. That's why I was asking about the flamethrower. If there was no pistols available, I could.
You don't have any weapons?
I have weapons. Yes, I have my guns, and I will use those when it is my turn.
Okay.
And that's my whole turn? I can't hold the flamethrower? Okay, just making sure.
What's the thing? I thought you gave me that beforehand. I misunderstood.
It's just in there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to just hand over the flamethrower, yeah, that you've done that. You could say.
Cool.
Redacted. You are now facing a hellhound inside of the net architecture.
I think I have to roll like another initiative against that thing, right?
Yeah, you have to roll a speed. Your speed versus its speed. Am I right? When you encounter on the way in architecture, roll interface plus speed bonus. Versus the Black Ice's speed. Yeah, interface plus whatever speed bonus plus a 1d10. And where is my hellhound? Here it is. Oh, it's going to be on there.
Where can I find my speed bonus?
So your speed bonus would be like if you activated. No, you would have to. Okay, if you had like Speedy Gonzalez booster, you could activate it.
Okay. There's
Yeah,
there's
so,
there's the other side of that pendulum swing.
So, yes, you are
Fate's caught up with you.
going to take.
You fucked
gonna
around, you
take-
found out.
You're going to take 7 damage. Is your cyber deck
And here we
insulated?
go again. It is not. I was ready for a dope ass turn, and not gonna get to do that.
So now
Hey,
you
everybody, guess what
are,
happens again?
Your cyber deck is now as burst.
Yep.
And you are catching on fire.
Ay, Dios, ayúdanos.
Once again.
At least your brain's not fried.
I'm pretty sure it's not insulated.
Yeah, that would be an upgrade for your cyber deck, which I think you got the scanner upgrade instead, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we talked about that. I was like, I'm a little too cocky for my own good, and until
Right.
shit like this happens, but it's happened without an ability to do an upgrade in between. Cool. 7, you said? I'm on fire, and I would need
damage.
to use a meat action to
put
out
yourself
the fire.
out. Since you start doing net running actions, I think you might have to wait till your next turn. Does that sound right to you?
Well,
you get
my
3 per meat?
previous turn is already done. I did all my net actions there, and my next turn hasn't started yet.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, you could use 3 net actions, or you could put yourself off of fire. Right. So what would you like to do?
Question for my understanding of the game. If you do a meat action, does that mean you're out of the architecture? You got to start over, or no? Okay, cool. I just making sure I understood that.
It's just like because of Redacted's level, they can do 3 net actions for every 1 action in the real world that you can do, or that a non.
But I have to choose like what I'm doing on my turn. I can either do the 1 regular one or the 3 dope ones.
Exactly. What would you like to do?
Cool. It's my turn. I'm picturing this with Redacted hanging off of the edge of this gyrocopter, and it's swinging around, staying within the perimeter of this like 20-25 feet, and as it's landing, this like epic action movie sequence, someone opening the hatch and ready to shoot a gun, but then like doesn't, and like Maverick and Hero are like calling out these commands, and then all of a sudden there's like this explosion emanating from my neck where the whole cybertech just lights in flame, and nobody knows that I'm dealing with this hellhound, except for me, since I can see that, and I can see it like perched on the train itself, right by where this person has emerged from the hatch. And so Hiro and Maverick just see the flames and hear Redacted just go, "Ow!" And I don't put out the flames. I'm going to use my net actions on this turn, and I'm going to first activate my armor. And so within the net space, the golden armor is what like shimmers and appears upon me, and then with a snap of my fingers in this net space, that armor, instead of being gold, turns to silver, and it's like I have this like Van Helsing kind of getup as I face off with this wolf. And I would like to attempt to slide past it.
Okay. So that's going to be
I keep on forgetting to add luck. All right, let's see what this roll looks like. Interface versus their perception, I think.
Good. And you rolled a 14?
I rolled a 14.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, they rolled a 9, and you're able to on your armor, just slide right past this metallic redacted, and it nips at your heels as you slide down into the next floor of the architecture.
Dope, dope.
When
And
you
so,
get there,
oh yeah, tell me.
go ahead. When you get there, you are looking at control nodes.
Yeah.
And these control nodes control turrets. And you're able to just see that these are turrets that are inside of the train. You would have to give me a roll to take control of them.
Absolutely. Am I able to
And that would be
see
a control.
where they like are aimed? Like, can I see what their, I don't know, like their line of sight is? Basically, can I shoot the people on this train?
You could, when you look at it, yeah, if you take control of them, you would be able to activate them and shoot people. Yes.
Well, hell. Let's add some luck on here. I'm gonna add 4 luck here. I want to make sure this shit works. Please work. Okay, well, that's fine. 15.
And with a 15, you're able to take control of these turrets. And what you see in there are stacks of crates, and you see 3 like Legion officers in the room on alert since someone has fallen in. But they are, there's that back car where someone fell through the hatch. There's the middle car, and then there's another car, and then the one in the front would be the engine or the control, whatever.
And there's a turret on each?
No, the turrets are just in that third room from where the back. 1, 2, 3, third car from the back. If you look on Roll20, you can see where I'm clicking.
Oh, sorry.
And that's,
I have my character sheet up. Hold on. Can you click again? Okay.
So this
is that where
front.
the person in the hatch was?
This is the back. This is where the hatch is. This is where the helicopter is. And there are 3 people in this room, and this is where the turrets are, and this is where you see a bunch of crates.
Okay. Yeah, so my 3 net actions are done. Yeah, so I'll just call out. It's like, I'm in. I found the crates. Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? How much more damage do I take on my turn?
You're going to take 2 damage.
Okay.
Maverick, what would you like to do?
I would like to get out the gyrocopter and put out redacted if I am allowed. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You are on fire! I'm just gonna put it out.
Yeah, and you can, and you pat them out, and yeah, able to put the fire out.
I don't know if that would take my whole turn. If not, then I will.
I'll give it to you. What do you want to do after that?
I mean, I was gonna look in the hatch to see what I can see.
You look into the hatch, and what you see are, from there, all you can see are large stacks of crates.
I mean,
and there's some that bigger than crates, just these huge boxes. And there's a little ladder along one of the walls that goes down, and if you climb into it, you cannot be seen. You're guessing by the rest of the room because all you can see are crates.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Did the guy who fall down still at the bottom of the ladder?
No, you do not see him there.
Hey, then I'm gonna start climbing down, little by little, because we're in here to get crates.
All right, yeah, and you climb.
Sorry, continue. I was on flavor. Continue.
Yeah, and as you climb down, you can say that you're climbing down over here in this area where I'm clicking. Or sorry,
yes,
over here.
I see you. I see you.
And so there's that back door there.
Mm-hmm.
And you could hear voices coming from here.
Yep. Okay.
Give me a stealth roll, please.
Okay. I'm gonna add 2 to the luck to this. 15?
And sorry, I didn't roll there.
You're good.
Oh yeah, and so there you could hear one of them going like, yeah, they almost fucking hit me with the helicopter. You know, like we might have to be ready to blast this shit. Fuck them. Fuck this. I didn't sign up for this. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And you hear one of the just running until you can't hear it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you look out, you would see one guard standing there, which I'm going to put there right now. But you see one of the gangers standing there.
Yeah, and there's no stealthing past him. So I'm at that point I am gonna have to fire. If I am, did I use my action yet? Or
yeah, I'll count all of that as move. And so yes.
cool. So then yeah, I'll fucking fire with the handgun.
Oh my god, I can't turn them around. Okay.
Yep. Heavy pistol.
I don't think we're gonna. Go ahead.
22.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
7 damage.
Okay.
And I'll do it
You
again.
have rate of fire too, right?
Yes, I will do that again. 19.
It'll hit.
Damage. 7 again, so 14 total. I don't know how much they have.
Okay. So that's 6. Sorry, 3 plus. Yeah, and you hit them twice, and they're just like, oh, and they kind of slam back against the wall of the tunnel. And you hear the sound of more footsteps kind of approaching from the other side.
Yeah, that was inevitable. If I'm out of movement, then I'm out of movement. But if I can like hide into a corner, I will do that.
And if I recall properly, who did you call, Dre? Did you call Hero?
I thought you called his sister to come get these for bodyguards.
Or did you call Drea?
I called Drea because I was in immediate danger. Right. And that was more important to me than whatever Hero and them was going through.
That's fair. Roll for me, resist drugs and torture.
Okay. Da, da, da.
So as you hear this bullet, this gun go off, and you don't feel like extreme pain. You feel this sharp stabbing pain, and in your ears you can hear the phone pick up, but the voice you hear is not your sister's. It sounds like one of her guards. Sounds like JD. And he's like, hello? Who is this? Hello?
Help!
Boss, is that you? Drea? Is that you? Where are you?
No, you idiot. It's Dre.
And you are losing your speech.
I know what's happening here. I'm being tranked.
And he goes, Dre, we can't help right now. We're looking for your sister. No one's seen her in like a day. And her phone's just here in the car.
Follow my TPLs.
You got to come here. And you feel yourself just being kind of dragged out as one of the execs picks up your feet, the other one picks up your arms, and they start to pull you out. And you can hear them kind of bickering a little bit, oh, I wanted to kill him. We can't kill him. This is, we need him for the, well, we can kill him later, maybe. Sure, maybe
Getting
later.
Dragged away by Karens. This is fucked up.
and you just missed passing that TV.
Oh, thanks for telling me that. That was exactly what I needed in my life.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. And I just watched the
You
video.
just barely passed the test, and you couldn't even do that.
Oh my god. We'll talk about it later. But I
It's
just
fine.
watched something that was like, don't do that, and I just did it. I was so stupid. I'm sorry.
We have our moments, man. It happens.
Here's my book. Hero, on top of this train car, where you're parked, give me a perception roll. Yeah. With a 16, you can tell that the train is speeding up. The train is going much faster. And so, yeah, you can guesstimate that taking off will be a little bit more difficult, and moving on the roof of this thing might be a little bit more difficult. And you can hear gunfire coming from down in the from the car below you. And Redacted is freshly patted out from being on fire and shouting something. Did you shout about the turrets? Did I get that right?
I didn't specify. I just said I'm in, and I found the crates.
Hero, what would you like to do?
I look over my shoulder, make sure Redacted is simply smoldering and no longer actively on fire. Redacted
Yeah,
is
they're
okay. Not okay, but functional.
Alive and functioning.
Okay. I can keep us on top of here. But if there's anything down there that you could blow up, ignite, fire off, that would stop some of that gunfire, probably be a good idea. And I will just
You got it, boss.
I will hold just my heavy pistol and kind of lean out in case I see anybody decide to whack-a-mole up out of that hatch again.
Okay. Excuse me. So you're holding your action, waiting for something to happen.
Yep.
On the roof of this train. Redacted, what are you doing?
Ow! And I'm just going to, if I still see those three people in that room, my understanding is that I can get them with the turrets. So if that is correct, I'm gonna.
You definitely can. Let me just do some math real quick. Sorry. 1, 4, and then 7 minus 3 is. Wait, is that right? No, I'm sorry. Math is stupid. I hate math. Okay. 7, 4 is 3, so it's 17.
Ironic how many of us can't do
And
math
then
and play
minus
games
4
like this.
is 13, and this is at 2. Okay. Yeah, and so like I said, in that room, you see there are 3 people standing there. And so you can take control of the turrets and set them to fire on everyone in the room if you'd like.
Yeah.
Each control node can only be activated once per turn. And that's it.
Well, shit.
So you can't fire them all at once, right?
I think the one
Just to
control
say
node
that,
uses them all, right?
yeah, it's just to say that you can't like, you know, because
all
you get
three
3
net
net actions,
actions.
you can't do a rate of fire of 3 turrets per turn or something like that. So you can only use it once per turn.
But I'm firing 3 turrets at once, so that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Should still do a bunch of damage.
So I'll be like, all right, well, we'll cut the cut the fire down, but I just got my fire put out. We'll get to that in a second. You know, might have a few more bullets flying around, but I promise it'll stop it. Hopefully. And yeah, I want to use that net action to with these turrets.
Yeah, and you do, and I'm trying to see how many dice to roll for this. Sorry.
Basically, because I see Maverick dive down in there, and I can no longer see Maverick. So basically, I am worried that these folks are going to start running in the direction of Maverick. And from what I heard you describe during Maverick's turn, that sounds like what's about to happen. And so I'm going to try and cut them off at the pass by taking them out.
Yeah, and so what you see is, from the cameras of these turrets that are in this room, that third room with all the crates, you see these three people starting to get, are leaving. One person comes in and is just kind of shouting and looks to be complaining, and then they start to run towards the back. Oh, shit. Okay. And you, 12, 20, 22. Yeah, and you let loose these turrets, and they just start shredding through everyone in the room. They're shredding through the crates. Two of them just go down immediately. One of them, you see their arm is just completely separated from their body at this point, and they are incapacitated on the ground.
Daxton, please tell me that was you.
All me, baby.
Woo!
One of them runs back towards where Maverick is, but one person is kind of ducking through and makes it through into the front of the train where the controls for the train are.
All right, Maverick, you got one more coming your way.
Got it. Can I even hear this far now?
I don't know.
We're gonna go in.
I imagine we got some kind of walkie-talkie.
I assumed we had to come, which is why I'm like, wait, do we? Anyway, least of our worries.
You still have two more net actions. There's not really much more you could do.
No, I don't think there really is. I guess
Is there any moving you'd like to do?
I would actually like to. Oh, does moving count as a need action? No, right?
No, your movement's your movement.
Yeah, at least if the gyrocopter is stationary on top of the train, I would like to get into the view of the hatch and shout that down at Maverick to make sure that Maverick hears it, and keep Maverick in visual range, and then use my other net actions to, I guess, pathfind to see if there's anything else beyond this that might be fruitful. I feel like I've gotten information. These control nodes are, pretty fucking dope.
I would tell you that, sorry, I should have made this more clear. Like, where you are at the control nodes is the bottom of the architecture.
Oh, great. Then I'm chilling. Just gonna come on over to that hatch and have Maverick's back. I guess I'll keep my heavy pistol at the ready just in case.
And like I said earlier, from the hatch, you cannot see into the car. So what you see are just boxes and the ladder that goes down. You could hear very well, but you can't really see into the car. Does that make sense?
And Maverick also tried to hide.
Down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have to come down with me if you're gonna.
Ooh. I'm not.
Yeah, that's a good plan. That's a good plan. That's a good
so
plan.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. And the person that you just shot at, Maverick, fires 2 shots at you, and they both just hit the crates that you were standing behind. What would you like to do? You want to fire back?
Yep.
Okay. Give me both of your shots, and then we'll roll your damage after.
Okay. Ooh, that first one's a critical failure.
Yeah. And let's see what kind of
13
gun you have.
I have the one I was shooting with is a heavy pistol. I also have a very heavy pistol.
That's just regular quality, right?
Yeah, I believe so. There was no special quality put on these.
We haven't really messed with like gun jamming yet, so we won't bring it into this one, but go ahead.
Roll again?
Sure.
Or okay.
Yeah, roll both of those shots.
Second one was an 18.
Okay, now roll your damage.
4. Wait. Did I roll a stun gun? I rolled a stun gun. That explains that. Actually, nice.
Ooh.
Because the stun gun only does 1d6. I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked.
Yeah, and with a 19, you Ocho. Yeah, you like fire and you shoot this guy right in the leg, and he just starts bleeding out. It's like and he just drops to the floor.
Cool.
And as he does, the door opens up, and you see another kind of bigger, more ornately armored
Oh Lord.
ganger come in.
At which point I drop as soon as I hear the door open, I drop back down to start to get like a cover. Or I'm already
and they're just coming holding a giant assault rifle.
Oh Lord.
And from the all of you can feel the motion of this train speeding up. From the roof, Redacted and Hero, you all can see further ahead in front of the train that there are several cars, maybe mile or two ahead, that are in wait, possibly coming at the speed that you're going. You can't tell if they're in wait or coming towards you, but it seems like there are more people coming or getting involved. And I think we're going to cut it there for tonight with our crew pulling off a train robbery. I think you're pulling off this train robbery. And with our rocker boy unconscious in the trunk of Corpo Karen's car. Yeah. Thanks for that was fun. I had a good time. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you for robbing this train, helping out the clan.
I don't know how fun that may have been for Dre.
It was fun before, people left me hanging to get shot at by 2 corpos at a party,
Ooh. But corporal people are like that. Corporal people are like, that's Rudy somebody else's business.
Candy asses.
But yeah, this has been Trauma Team Chronicles, Cyberpunk Red Adventure. We're here on the Wednesdays, 7:30-ish Easterns.
We're on time today.
Hell yeah, on time like a mother. And sometimes even our Wi-Fi works. So come back. You can check out the rest of our games on the YouTube channel. And let's go around the table and say our goodbyes and see what other people are doing. We'll figure out if we're rating anybody. And let's get to it. Let's start with Maverick.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me at IVM_2757 on Twitter. And you can find me at IVM_57 on TikTok. And NerdFriend54 in chat. When I do talk in chat, I have a Ko-fi and a Amazon wishlist for cosplay things. Should you so be kind and inclined to give me money, which I don't know why you would, but anyway. I'll probably start streaming in this next couple. Honestly, I might start streaming this next week just because I have nothing else to do. So be on the lookout for that if I actually say something about that.
You know what? We have to do it because I do the same thing. I threaten to stream or do something and never do it.
I mean, you can always
and just do it.
Yeah, you have to just do it. We have to somehow force ourselves to just do it.
I mean, our first stream can be joint gaming or something if you want. I don't know if I can. We can talk about it. It's fine.
We'll talk about it. Redacted.
I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I've been your net runner, Redacted, who was pretty dope tonight and got humbled with their usual bad rolls again towards the end. You can find me on Twitter at TheJuiceTM. You can find me here on Twitch when I also decide to start streaming soon at the JuiceTMTTV, pending a name change if I'm able to do so. If the appropriate amount of time has passed since my last one. And you can find me here playing this. You can find me on Saturday playing a new character in our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, Aurelio Valentin. And you can also find me starting in February on the Greater Restoration channel, as we will be playing a D&D campaign. Fair from Rolling Deez 20's will also be playing alongside me with some other fabulous people. Some of you may be in this chat right now, and I look forward to it.
Hero.
I am Liz. I have played your Scatterbrain Nomad this evening. I am Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to find me. Mostly I'm here on Saturdays and Wednesdays, Saturday for VTM, and I will be posting our VTM recap on the Clock app play tomorrow sometime, maybe Friday. I don't know. It'll be there before the game on Saturday. So
Good enough.
if you want to catch up on the last VTM, go ahead and check it out.
That's right. Big Sexy.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Zipples and Dice around the internet. You can catch me over on my channel at twitch.tv/Zipples and Dice. I should be streaming sometime tomorrow. But you can also find me, as been said, over on Rolling Deez 20's for on this channel for storytelling for Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night. I'm also over on Vancouver by Night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Delve into Darkness, where we are politicking and trying to make one of our coterie mates the prince and me the seneschal, which is a terrible idea, but you know what? We're rolling with it. I'm also over on the Amphitheater at 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights for Eolia, a 5e campaign. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons set in Redwall. So if you're a big fan of the Redwall universe, that is what we're playing. I play a Otter Paladin or Pacifistidin, whatever you want to call it. And I have other stuff coming up. So do keep an eye out on my socials and you'll see what's coming next. Mikey Mike, take it away.
I am Mikey Mike, and I'm here to say that I'm going to say goodbye while I take it away. You won't catch me streaming every day, but you can on Saturdays as a vampire. Hey, on Wednesdays I run this show, and other times I play music, you know. So if you like black things with a banjo, check out this mighty fine Negro who plays old-timey music at hubbyjenkins.com, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you very much. I know my rhymes are so fresh, you don't even want to mess with them.
Weren't you Grammy nominated at one point?
At one point.
Not for rapping.
That was...
Not for that.
Not for rapping.
No, not for rapping, but for something else. Am I remembering correctly, or am I just spacing out?
Yeah, we were making fun of him for being, what is it, the Grammy Award losing artist. Yeah.
I say Grammy nominated, period.
My goodness.
Y'all are savages over here. Anyway,
that was one of my best friends. He texted that to me the day I lost. He's like, "Oh, now you're a Grammy Award losing artist." I was like, "Oh, too soon."
Oof.
But
we're gonna raid a friend of mine, that D'Angelo. He is running a D&D game called Tayar over on his channel, and that's going on right now. So check him out. See if you like the channel. Drop some follows and all that jazz, and we'll see y'all on Saturday. Peace.
How much XP do we get?
I would say you guys all can get 80 XP for this.